Hi Virgo, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for July 17th. Dropping cards, 3 to 16. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the link to the recommended reader shout out, which goes to Mystic Moon. Much love and support to her. Hopefully you get a chance to check her out. Stop by, show her some love. She also has an Etsy shop where she has tarot, good lord, tarot, her own tarot deck and oracle cards for sale, so as well as readings. All right, so hopefully you get a chance to check all that out. All right, Virgo, there we go. Now we got the shuffling. Virgo, harsh truth for Virgo. I intend for this to be a romantic love reading. This may resonate in other areas of your life, though. All right, Virgo, harsh truth for Virgo. 10 of Swords. Okay. We're off to the races. The Emperor, that could be Aries. Sorry about this. Knight of Cups, that could be Scorpio. The Devil, Capricorn. King of Pentacles, this could be Virgo. Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Swords. Ouch. Virgo, I am sorry. Just let me start off by saying that. This is not easy. 10 of Swords and the Devil. Not fun. Not fun. All right. What's the Emperor about here? So this looks, no, you're not, because it just wasn't a good situation. Does the other person want to leave this open-ended, or like, oh, maybe we could? No, and yet no. You're sitting right here, Virgo. That's you. Okay. So what's this Emperor about? Okay, that was gonna jump. Ace of Swords. What's this Emperor about? Virgo. Now we got the Five of Wands. What's this Knight of Cups about for Virgo? Knight of Cups about for Virgo. Four of Pentacles. Why? This King of Pentacles. Now what's this Devil? I'm going to do the Devil first. What's this Devil about? Five of Pentacles. Lots of security here. Lots of lack of security. What's this King of Pentacles about? Control? High Priestess could be Cancerian or Pisces. What's this Wheel of Fortune about? Okay. You're pretty resolute about this. That they're either someone's kind of thoughts, words. Stop. Translate. Okay. This feels like it's almost like you have to go inward out of self-preservation, that you felt like you've had to kind of shut things down and be very stalwart and have very strong boundaries because someone is just not taking no for an answer. And in extreme cases, it could be like you just need to let them know under no uncertain terms that this is, no, I said no. But it could just be someone's having a hard time with the reality of an ending, and that happens, But I also think it might be lost on the other person that you are where you are because it wasn't a good situation. You felt disconnected and cut off, and we've got a couple of Pentacles here. This could be somebody that kind of ruined the relationship because of their issues with money and debt. Specifically, they might have just been like not able to control their spending. They might have gotten you guys in trouble financially, and it was just a repeated pattern. But I feel like it's more of a control thing. I feel like I don't think they realize that you're done. And I think it's to the point now where you're like, I just kind of want to be left alone, and I need to do this by myself. And it's to the point where you're kind of considering like just going secretive and dark and not responding and not answering and not communicating anymore because you're like, it's done. I'm done. Nothing you can say or do is going to make me change my mind. There's no coming back from what happened. We got the Ace of Swords here twice with the Ten of Swords. This is somebody that's trying to make it up to you, that wants to come back in, that wants to say you're sorry, but you're like, there's no fixing this. This is the last straw. I can't, no. We got two tens here. That is change. Undoubtedly so. Change. The Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Swords twice. Ouch. It's like they just haven't accepted it yet. And I think they're hoping that there'll be a reversal and that you two can work things out, that it's not over. This is just a kind of a temporary thing, but it's this Ace of Swords about. This Ace of Swords. Knight of Swords. This Ace of Swords about. Ace of Swords for Virgo. This Ace of Swords about. Ace of Pentacles. Yowza. Okay. Whoops. It feels like they're not going to take no for an answer, and you're going to have to be pretty firm with establishing boundaries. I think it's kind of lost on them, the severity and the magnitude of how you feel. I don't think they understand. What's this Devil about again? It's not giving me much other than, what's this Devil about again? It's too late. They're coming in too late. You've been there, done that. We're solid, stable, steady, reliable, dependable. And it's too late now. And whereas they want to come in and salvage and show, you're like, I can't. It's something clicked, something happened to where you feel like, you know what? No, I'm just better off by myself. I want to feel stable, solid, and secure. I don't want the drama anymore. I don't want the worry. I don't need it. I don't want it. And there's nothing this person can say or do that will change your mind. You're pretty resolute. Ten of Swords, there's no negotiating that. Even still, they're going to try to come back in and do something drastic or something unexpected, and get out in front of this and take charge of it and try to control it and try to get back in there. And it's like, no. And in some cases, it could be that somebody really needs a firm, strong no, because they could kind of be avant-garde, and I mean, just they could be very headstrong about wanting their opinion heard or wanting to convince you. And we got two knights here, and that is about intimacy, also about movement and sometimes timing. I feel like this person is kind of intense and headstrong and emotional, and in extreme cases that could be somebody that could get out of hand physically, just saying. But you know your situation best, obviously, and you of course will handle things the way you see fit. And I feel like you're just done with this. Honestly, some of you kind of probably met somebody already. Honestly, you're done. You are ready for the stability, not the drama any longer. And I think they're having a hard time accepting it. And what they probably don't realize, though, is that you might have your sights set on someone else already. And it's not something you initiated. It's something somebody that you knew from work or a friend circle came in and kind of rescued you from the situation you were in with this person, which makes the ending all the more easier for you and gets you started off on a right, stable footing. But this other person feels like it's just kind of lost on them. They kind of don't have any, I don't want to say common sense, but they just don't see, it's like they see the bigger picture, but not what's right in front of them. Be dealing with an Aquarius. Okay. Yeah, no, it's, you need to disconnect and to not be with there's a disconnect already, but this is about you going, I can't die on a sinking ship. I'm not going to go down with the ship anymore. I'm tired of having to be the rock and the stable one, and I deserve somebody that can give me that in return. And, this whole thing has been about you and about kind of trying to keep you afloat or accommodate you, and I'm not getting needs met. And they need to, and I need to just be done with this. What else for Virgo? Hi. There's that Wheel of Fortune again. That just flew out. What else for Virgo? Anything is better than this. At least that's the way you're feeling. What's his Virgo about? Or what's his Virgo about? What else for Virgo? Okay, that flipped. I want to pick the card, dang it. This is a Three of Cups. Yeah, happy times are ahead. There you go. Could also indicate that this person was a bit of a flirt and a cheat, and they don't understand why that doesn't sit well with you. How it could lead to a disconnect in the relationship. Doesn't have to, but it could. Otherwise, it's about you, happy times ahead, socializing, things being light and fun. Someone in your friend circle showing you a particularly good time and kind of just being a welcome reprieve after the heaviness that you've been through. I really do feel like there's a friend circle romance coming, honest to God. If it isn't there already. If somebody's not on your radar, they will be. That's for Virgo. There we go. That's for Virgo. Yep. King of Pentacles, there again. Yeah, so this is you firmly ensconced in security and being okay unto yourself and apart from this situation. It looks good. King of Pentacles and the Three of Cups looks very good. This is the right decision for you to not... If you showed up for confirmation, you got it. This ending should stand. It seems like you'd be happier if it did. No judgment, no shade to your person, but they're not what you need. You need somebody much more stable and reciprocal in the relationship. And not just coming in and professing love when it's time to get you back into the fold. It has to be a consistent thing with you. That's very important. Consistency matters. One card for Virgo, please. Yeah, that's... This is stability, that's the house, which is stability. It's the things that ground you, where your home base is, what you find grounding and stable. It's just solid. It's something you can count on. Again, boundaries, the need for boundaries here. This person will crash through them. They will want to renegotiate. They won't want to take no for an answer. Again, please be safe. It's almost like too that it's like you're ready for this. You're ready. The shift has happened to where you're like, nope, I need somebody I can trust, someone that's stable, solid, grounded, and secure. And I mean, you got the King of Pentacles here too. You're not willing to budge on that. You're ready for it. It is time. And this is also King of Cups. That suggests that there's a maturity that's been reached of you being emotionally aware of what you need and want and being pretty resolute about that. Despite the drama here, you're able to remain emotionally balanced about it and just see it for what it is. And I think that's why you're able to be kind of resolute in your decision and not swayed, because you come full circle with it. Whereas this person is not there yet. They're going to be wanting to negotiate quite a bit. And even still, if they go away, they're still going to want to come back at a later time to see if you still feel strongly about the ending. They just don't get it. It's just they don't get it. Yet. They will, but they don't yet. Okay. It's blurry. Again, I don't know why it does that. Let me see if I can fix it. That help? Yes, it does. What else for Virgo? What does Virgo need to know? What else does Virgo need to know? What does Virgo need to know? What does Virgo need to know? Three of Swords. Queen of Swords. Nice. Okay, I think that is sometimes they're upright, sometimes they're reversed. And I can't tell which because some of them, but this is reversed actually. And so both of them are reversed. Three of Swords reversed. You're over the heartache. It's fine. No, it's not fine. You have come full circle. Again, like this King of Pentacles suggests here, you come full circle. You're in control of your emotions. You have an emotionally balanced assessment of the situation. There's an understanding on your part. You got that kingly energy. Someone, my friend said, you mean big her energy. But, okay, that's a good way to put it. But yeah, there's a confidence there. There's an assurance. There's an understanding, a mature understanding of the situation as it stands emotionally. And this is effectively, because of that, you're able to make the decision to cut it off. You're able to be firm in cutting things off. On the other hand, this Queen of Swords could also represent your person who we got the Knights here, and particularly Knight of Swords. That could be indicative of them not handling it very well and kind of being all over the place emotionally. And one minute they're communicative and wanting to understand and being combative and whatever, and the next minute they're really emotional and showing up and texting and blowing up your phone, texting and calling and this and that. And they're just it's about not being settled, about not being clear-headed or decisive or rational. So, and I was a little worried when I saw the Knight of Cups and then the Knight of Swords. I was like, oh. So, and I could see now why you'd want this High Priestess showed up, because if anything else, you're like, you know what, I need to really pull back on communication with this person because I can't help them at this point. Any talking to them just kind of leads them on or causes more drama. So no. So please stay safe. Always use your best judgment. And as always, however you handle this is, of course, your call. It's your life. But I hope this was helpful, and I hope you are able to be safe. And I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care and please stay safe.